understand that I was originally a New York Yankees fan because I grew up in New York. But when I was 10, my best friends were from Oak Park, Illinois, and every day we'd play stickball and we'd take turns being either the Cubs or the Yankees. And it introduced me to the Cubs in a big way. My future boss, knowing what a huge baseball fan I was, saying, if you come work for me, I will take you to see the Cubs in the World Series. And that had such a magical ring to it. So I moved here and the Cubs blew it. They didn't make it to the World Series. But the following summer, I started going to the bleachers every other day. By 1989, I decided that I had to get a season ticket package. So I got a season ticket package for night games and weekends. And I lived at the time in Wrigleyville, so I was 4 blocks away from the ballpark. I never had a chance. You live that close to a ballpark, you're that big of a baseball fan, you grew up with kids that introduced you to the Cubs in New York City, and the next thing you know, you're dying with the team. Every year. Every year. So I go to about 30, 40, 50 games a year for the last 25 years, 26 years. I've been to 25 of the last 26 opening days. And when they lose, I'm grumpy. Ask anyone. I'm a person that likes old things. I like Venetian cathedrals. I like books that were written in the 19th century. I like tradition. I don't believe that new is always better. When I go to Wrigley Field, it's a place where I feel like I know that history has taken place there. I know that I can go there and look at the same outfield that Babe Ruth pointed to, 1932. I know that I'm looking at a place where Ernie Banks and Billy Williams played, that Gabby Hartnett played. I feel like I'm in a baseball park from a bygone era where you were allowed to be close to the players, where creature comforts are second to an intense devotion to the game. I like the manual scoreboard. I like the idea that people that go to baseball games and only know what's happening or who's up or who got a hit by looking at a jumbotron as if they're at home watching TV, that people at Wrigley Field are forced to actually pay attention to what's going on the field, that they have to keep score if they really want to know, and that except for the anomalous wave that happened a couple Saturdays ago, that people don't indulge in that kind of thing, that they have to watch the game because it's there in front of them and they don't get the instant replay. And I love the Ivy. It's easy, 1987, the year that Andre Dawson comes to Chicago, and he really wants to play for the Cubs, but they don't want to give him any money, and they don't want to give him the kind of money he deserves. So he goes, you know what? Here's a blank check, fill it in, I'll play for whatever you pay. So he played for probably a tenth what he should have gotten, $500,000. He hit so many clutch home runs that season that the fans in the bleachers, right center, every time he trotted out to take his position, they would bow down to him. You know, they would put their hands over their heads and bend from the waist like they were worshiping him. And Andre Dawson was very undemonstrative. You know, he might tip his cap, but mostly he didn't really acknowledge it or pay attention to it. It just wasn't in his makeup. So the whole year long, people are worshiping him in the bleachers, loving him for who he is, a no-nonsense astonishing accomplishment.